I so badly want to be able to convince him, just to have him understand the other perspective. Because I value Richard a lot, and just to hear how he's spoken to you, at least in that way, is...
I was generalized. I was the exact thing that I vowed to not do as an officer. And he just proved to me again another reason why I'm happier that I left. I don't care who he tells about me street racing. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm turning to that crime. In the grand scheme of things people do, I'd like to think that one ranks pretty fucking low. The last time I'm honest with him. Who knows? It may be the last time I've spoken to him. But I can tell you for certainty. I have never been more disgusted in my father's view of me. To assume that I've decided to just turn to crime after telling him that I started with crime.
Ed, hold on. Hey, Ed, what's up? What? Yes, Ed, I'm chatting with Flop. What's going on? Not right now, Ed. I not right now, Ed. No, goodbye, Ed. Okay, sorry. He's trying to get me to go fucking street racing right now. Okay.
I don't know what to feel. I don't know what to think. I retired with the good heart to look after him, and I told him that regardless, I will always love him. But that what he told me hurt. And his response, to some degree, was pretty much, sorry that the truth hurts.
That's the thing, though. It's not. It isn't. It's just it's his twisted sense of what may occur. I have been safer and happier doing what I have been doing for the better part of a year, coming up on a year in a few months. I've been shot once, and that's because I put myself in that situation. Don't get me wrong, I had people looking for me for some time, but even if I had people around me that were constantly there, checking in, being supportive, whereas as a police officer, you're lucky to get one of those motherfuckers over the radio. I'm asking myself seriously whether or not if, oh God,
I know where this is already going, and I'm already mentally there.
no, I mean,
Let me explain. We have been putting ourselves in a situation to some capacity, not all capacity, but some capacity, not even looking for the approval, but the silver lining of the acceptance. And at this point, if they can't accept and love any of us, regardless, it's their choice.
hmm,
I am no longer going to tell them what I'm doing. And if Richard really wants the respect for me, at this point, he'll have to fucking earn it because it's not worth my time to waste my breath anymore.
hmm,
Mind you, I'm lucky to be fucking breathing right now.
hmm.
And not for nothing, but he is too.
You know what's also crazy? I'm so fucking angry. You know what's also crazy about that? Do you know who actually went looking for him when this shit happened? With when he went to the fucking hospital, it was me, Maggie, Tally, and JT. Nobody else. The only cop that I saw show up at the hospital was Albert King. He's gonna lose another kid because he can't let go of this. Just
Not for nothing, but prior to all this happening, are you aware that Richard and Rue spoke?
uh,
Long story short,
mm,
Rue called and asked why he was a state marshal
mm,
and was concerned about tanks and was concerned about what they do. And Richard's response was that he was short and felt that Rue was being nosy. And yet, to some degree, I understand where he's coming from on that. But I told him that Rue deals with trauma with a state entity having access to tanks. And that if she called with concern about what you're doing, and she brought up the type of firepower that you have access to, I said out of respect, not picking Rue's side, I personally have a problem with that too.
mm.
And I reminded him that Rue is dealing with a lot. Specifically in regards to what she went through with Sanguine. And regardless of the side you picked on, we have all moved on. But there are still fucking scars.
Mm.
I said, so out of respect, it's not that Rue was thinking about herself, but that she's gun shy to what you've walked into. His response was that apparently it was because she's not concerned about what the marshals do for everybody. She's concerned what the marshals would do to her. And I reminded him again She brought up Hanks, not her group, not the ADMC. She called you directly. She has trauma. He will never see a different perspective. And at this point in my career, in my life, I don't care. This is horrible timing.
Speak of the devil.
I don't even think I can tell her.
It's okay. You don't have to right now. I'll talk to her if you need me to. Wait, well, yeah, we don't, it's fine.
The thing he said about TJ goes nowhere.
Of course.
Because I defended TJ. And if anyone else found out about what he said, they will kill him.
Yeah. Okay.
But she has access to 15 cars and she chooses to walk.
Our cars are parked at the station.
I know.
Fuck. What do I tell her?
I had a bad conversation with Richard. I don't care if you told her just about everything if you really wanted.
Actually, I want to know what Richard said to her.
Me too.
Hey, kid. Come back to the house. I see you. I'm I'm on the patio with Flop. Yeah, but yeah, come back. I see. Okay, how's your leg feeling? Yeah, I see that. You still got the limp though, huh? Okay, well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we'll be up here. I'm just catch up with Flop on some stuff. Got a question to ask when you get up here. Okay. Let me. Yeah, I'll see you up here.
Nothing about TJ.
We'll focus on her conversation with Richard. It's fine. Hey, kid.
How you doing?
I'm doing. Okay. I have a little serious question.
Mm-hmm.
How how did your phone call with Richard go yesterday?
I was gonna tell you about that. It went shit. I literally called him after Tally had said, "Hey, I just spoke with Richard." I'm like, I'm gonna call him, see if he's doing okay. Like, I've been sending him texts, just saying, "Hey, you doing alright?" Fuck, I've even left like food across the road, just
Hmm.
He turns around and sounds like I'm calling a fucking business phone. He goes, fucking Richard Dark, State fucking Marshal, whatever it was. And he kept asking if this was an inquiry. I forgot how it got to the point of him. When I kept pushing to see how he was doing, the phone call turned around. Well, he turned around and started saying, oh, fuck, I'm trying to remember how it went out. Oh, I asked him why he started working there. I guess he didn't like that, because, he immediately started going on, oh, club this, me, I, in reference to me. And, hung up the phone pretty quickly after that. I had called him back, because at the bare minimum, I wanted to tell him, just stay away from the block, I don't want you hurt.
Hmm.
And he went from being cranky, having the shits, to when I said, hey, I care about you, he chucked a 180. And even in that 180, he said, if ADMC comes across his desk, he's not going to be conflicted. And he said to me that he suggested I leave the club if that was ever the case. Which is fucking wild to me, considering the ramifications of just leaving an MC. It's not, you just leave.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
It completely, yeah. It rubbed me the wrong way completely. I think he was trying to get a reaction from me when he went on about the club this, club that stuff. And I didn't arc up, because I remember a while ago he used a similar tone of voice when he went on about my drinking issues, where I punched him in Tequila.
I remember.
Yeah. So I didn't give him that reaction, and that's when he hung up the phone call and I called him back. I am genuinely concerned he is a danger to the club.
Hmm.
Therefore a danger to us, considering his words over the phone.
Hmm.
His speech pattern with me today is not good. I don't think he should be working. Truthfully, after today, let him do what he fucking wants.
Did you speak to him?
Um, I either spoke to him or I said goodbye. I don't know yet.
Can I ask what was in the conversation?
It was Richard and Matt. I'll shorten Matt's because it was a lot. He had to leave midway through. They wanted to know about me retiring, why it took me a week to respond. I told them I wanted to talk in person. Matt had a back and forth about some stuff regarding my decision. He admitted the PD was a meat grinder. Your name came up. I asked if there was anything involving the family right now that should be addressed. We can go back to moving on, essentially. I'll be honest with you, Rue. Matt did say that after everything that happened with Judas, he does not ever see a future where he would want to have a personal connection with you. And I said that that's probably acceptable if that's the way that he sees it. As long as he understands that I will always have a reason for why I chose you. And I didn't even mention this to you, Ziggy. He brought up the what if of, what if tomorrow I get on duty and Rue shoots me, what happens? I admitted that, yeah, it's a what if, but yeah, that's not a situation I will know how to handle. Shortly after, Matt said he loved me, that if I ever needed anything, he'd call. And he left because there were 3 cops on duty. Spoke with Richard, and he asked what my plans were. And I figured, knowing how Matt is with honesty, I was honest with Richard and told him I had gotten a job at Mosley's and that I have intentions on enjoying my life. I told him I almost lost my life when Hydra picked me up. I almost lost everything when Hydra picked me up. And I said that when I retired, I wanted to do the things that made me happy. And I don't remember how much of my life Richard knew because of my injury. I don't have a lot of memories of my past with them. So I told him I used to be an adrenaline junkie. And that before I ever joined the PD, I used to street race. I told him that it was one of the first times it made me feel a certain way. And it was something that truly made me happy. Richard then brought up 2 people that died recently and said that they were both, for lack of a better term, hit by a car and killed. And that my happy, only affecting me stance was a hoax and bullshit. Which was fine. Up until he then doubled down and asked if I knew what happened to my brother. And he told me that Brian Knight shot him in the back of the head, an officer. He then went on to ask me about Suarez and how he thinks the PD thought about him. They then brought up a few other officers, and like I told Ziggy, and this is the God's honest, I don't remember all the names he brought up because I was too angry. And he pretty much told me that I'm going to end up with a bullet in the back of my head if I go down this road. And I lost it and told him that 3 to 4 weeks ago, I pleaded for my life and almost had a bullet to the back of the fucking head. And for him, 3 weeks later, to tell me that I'll just end up with a bullet in the back of my head sent me the wrong way. And then he doubled down and said that the truth hurts, essentially. And that he's worried about this path. And I ended the conversation by telling him to be worried. and I walked away.
That's really shit to hear. Are you doing okay from that?
No, I'm really not. But thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not in the best state of mind right now, but you okay?
Mm-hmm.
I told Ziggy what I will tell you. I have spent my entire memorable life in this family looking for the satisfaction of trying to find not even acceptance, but understanding the choices I made. I'm going to need time to think about it. But at this point, if they can't find the ounce of understanding from my perspective, then it's on them. I'm done with validation. I will always love them. That will never change. I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting for the acceptance of the choices that I make, the validation of the things I do. I don't need it. I don't care what anyone else that quit is viewed at by the PD. But to go through a traumatic experience, be told by your own father, probably gonna end up with a bullet in the back of your head. Right after I almost took a bullet to the back of the head. That will never sit right with me. Truthfully, I may never find the acceptance for him.
Is there anything I can do at this moment to help? Does it help make you feel better to any extent?
You're already doing it. I'm probably going to distance myself from my fathers. They'd like to just say Richard. But we all know Matt's going to join Richard no matter what. And at this point, whatever they choose to do is up to them. I will no longer continue being honest with them. They broke my trust. Shut up, Doc. You fuck.
It's not fair that they've done all that shit to you.
I know. And maybe I'm just weak-minded, but I still love them.
You're not. It's not weak-minded at all.
What's up, Ziggy?
Just angry. Just angry. Just angry and sad.
I'm assuming he's trying everybody.
It's Ed.
Yeah, just called as well, yeah.
Yeah.
He called me too.
He's trying to get us to go to the night race.
More than likely.
No.
I know you guys have every reason to be just as upset. And you should. Please let them do whatever they're going to do. Because any intervention from any of us hasn't stopped them. It is not worth your energy.
I disagree. I want to talk to him. I want to yell at him more than anything right now, but I just want to talk to him.
I was gonna say I'm tempted to just go to a payphone and start screaming down it.
Don't make it worse. If you want to talk to him, you guys do what you want to do. Just don't make it worse.
Ball's in their court.
I don't disagree. Matt is going to get whatever variance of that conversation from Richard. Richard's speech pattern has deteriorated. It's hard to assume if it's even worth talking to Matt or not.
Hmm.
My only favor is that you guys are just smart about how you approach it. I don't know what Richard's doing right now. But I'd hope after what you told me with Kizu, he doesn't do something stupid.
What kind of stupid?
Drinking and driving.
Hmm.
Could kill somebody.
Hmm. I need to walk.
Diggy.
Not going far.
I don't want him going alone. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
Got nothing to apologize for.
I feel like I've been the catalyst for all this.
You're not.
Richie wouldn't have been in the hospital if I hadn't told him about Judas.
How he chose to do things is not your fault. You know where he's going.
No.
Where'd you go?
I'm not far on Roos here. I'm okay. I need.
I know. I know. I don't judge you. I get it. I lost you by the house. I don't know which way you went. Did you go toward the beach?
Near the trail, near the police station that goes down towards the hunting lodge.
There's a cat over there. Just be careful.
Yeah, I know.
See ya.
Yeah.
You need a tissue.
No.
There you go.